Hey there, everybody. GleeCon here, again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft, and again, stoked that you are here with me. We're going to do another episode, another installment today of Will I Get Strong Enough to Defeat the Guards of Booty Bay? So stay a while and listen. We really need to be able to kill them so that we can finally start becoming friendly with the Bloodsail Buccaneers. We're now 4 levels above them. And with evasion and my other skills, they still, we can maybe get them around like halfway. I'm hoping there's like a magical, now we're trivialized thing. So what we're going to do today to kick off is, maybe we can get a level now that I've switched over. And we're going to try to do Azerothian rares for, not Ajara, for Ashenvale here. Alright, so that's the goal. Now that I've turned this on, I'm hoping the ore gives me more money again. And yeah, we're just going to see. There's one guy, Lorgus Jet. He appears in Black Fathom Deeps. We're not going after him. There are 2 actually horde friendly. We saw one last time, so we won't be able to kill them. Acrylus is our first one we'll go after today. We don't need anything else in this zone. Acrylus appears over in this little demonic pit. And we're going to go... I should probably get... If I'm going to continue doing this, it would be maybe worth getting Rare Finder. Let's also see... Hey, how does ore go again now that we are in that ballpark? Alright, so now it's... Well, that's with rested, but yes, because it was down to giving us only like 100, which had basically arrested our leveling up, because I'd say probably the vast majority of our stuff is coming from ore. Very easy to level in that area, but also it had taken away... The mobs were getting easier, sure, but it was taking away our XP, really, and also the loot from quests. So there was a lot of reasons why this was going poorly for us, and now switching over to Chromie Time will help us. The hindrance is, I strongly suspect it's going to make the Booty Bay guards scale, and if that's the case, well... We've got to, we're going to have to, every time we test it, we're going to have to go back and turn off. That's copper, I should have checked. We're going to have to go back and test I don't know. So, is it possible that we get a level, at 5 levels that we're strong enough? It's possible, for sure. Put my poisons on. Poisons might have been off last time I fought the goblin. Okay, I wondered. Now we're still gaining a nice amount of ghost form, additional abilities unlocked when he switches into ghost form. I got it. So basically his little moveset changes. Yeah, like about once per day we get one of these. Okay, we gained a ring. That's good. Our rings were kind of doo-doo, so that's a nice upgrade that jumps us up to 23 power. Oh, I didn't even get my ore. I don't know how much... We gained 240, so it more than doubled the XP we were getting. So, yeah, this is definitely the way to go if we want to continue leveling up. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get strong enough, because all the research, there used to be very easily discoverable research that at a certain level mobs became trivialized. And by trivialized, I mean they cannot be, like, they are taken out with one hit and they can't effectively do any damage to you. Okay, so that was maybe a partial rested XP, maybe full, but it's around just under 700 XP. So we're gonna see. The trade-off for this is that these mobs are absolutely stronger now. So we will not be trivializing the regular general area mobs we fight, but they will at least scale with us. So they'll always be right around our level. No worries. Too bad there's another... Well, I guess what can I say? We need some XP. As of right now, we need just over 11,000. Oh, he died from our splash effect. That basically we're AoEing everything. There are absolutely pros and cons to that. It's going to be pros for us when we're in dungeons, but in picking up extra kind of aggro, it's definitely a con. Alright, when we get to about 500 tin, I'm going to stop tin. We're only about 50 away, so actually the tin aspect is going to slow us down soon. Or it's going to slow down soon. Hopefully that will coincide with us going into other zones. Alright, so there is a chance that 5 is the trivializing level. I can tell you right now, 4 was not. Those goblins whooped our butts. 5 is a maybe. I'm not 100% sure it will be. It might be 6, it might be 10, or it might be not at all anymore, and now it's just solely dependent on the math behind when will your character do super great damage, in which case, who knows? An indicator of this is the foam sword. That is a toy that used to allow you to take mobs that were trivialized and reduce them to very low HP instead of killing them, things you would otherwise one hit. I don't remember when it kicked in before. I don't remember what the gap was and how the trivialization worked, but now the way foam sword works, if you read the tooltip for it, is it kills mobs that are 10 levels or more below you. That seems to indicate that perhaps 10 levels is the new cutoff. I do not know. At some point we should probably play with our engineering some, just for funsies. Alright, so in this little temple there is potentially the rare... No, I'm at the wrong spot. But either way, this rare's name is Acrylis when I get there. Just so that I know for myself. We're at 465. So, I wasn't sure if we were going to get there in time. Right, Fire Scar Shrine. Now, the one thing that didn't change was exploration, so you could also explore the world. I wanted to gain up levels in that way. I kind of remember doing this little spot on Classic. 222. Wait for that. So up there, maybe. I'm gonna look. Seems to indicate that might be it. Is he a Fellhound? What's the story here? So allegedly, supposedly in here, there is sometimes a rare. There he is. So we are going to have to fight our way into this rare. That by itself is not going to be... Okay, so we've just drawn 3. Oh, he died before I could get it going. Ow. Okay. Alright, we're seeing how this goes. We are... what I need is Leech. Leech is gonna be a huge... Need to rest after that one. So we were able to, without much prep, defeat 3. Demons cannot be... Alright, so here's what we need to do. We need to line that dude. And bring this guy over. And let him be taken out fully. Now I need to spread these over. Okay, so I got his ally out. Okay, cool. Well, why not, right? Okay, cool. And his little buddy is still stunned. Yeah, we got 3,000 XP for that, and now we can take out the... Wounded. I don't know. We stunned each other. But not too shabby. Can't complain, not too shabby. 3,000 XP is nothing to sneeze at. And it's fun. You know, fun to get. Now, we need to find a shop. Let's go up to Zormgor Outpost real quick. It's close. And get a shop. Oh, man. When you hit the trees, bros. My bros, my dudes. I don't want to stop for ore right now. I want to just go sell, and then we're going to find out what's our next. Yeah, because we only have 20, approximately 20 ore before I'm going to stop at the tin. And when we are done with this zone, I will go to Booty Bay just in case, because we're going to hit a level up. Alright, let's find a shop that has a repair. There's got to be one somewhere here, right? She is not. That is at least a shop. Better than a shop without a repair. Fishing trainer. Alright, well. Yeah, like, where are the good shops around? I don't know. Oh, well. We can at least sell. I'll keep some of my meats. Oh, that's cool. I have a gouging pick. Oh, but mine gives me +4 mining skill. This one does not. A runic healing potion. Oh, it only restores 2 health. So I'm just getting those as part of the scaling. Okay, alright, I think this, and we will play around with what reagents can I cook and stuff like that also when we're in Stormwind. Because we're kind of frozen on the cooking right now. That's coming up soon. We're at 121. We need about 225. Alright, what's the next rare? So Krillus, gone. So there's really only 10. Terra Wolf Pack Lord. He appears... He's a werewolf, and he appears in that cave. Okay. Up a little slower. And the majority of Ashenvale, the first little spots are copper, but the vast majority are tin. A great zone for tin. We are 1 to 2 ores away also from... I'm not going to veer much out of the way right now. That's how I'm going to reduce it. Messed that one up. You're not going to entangle me, buddy. That ain't happening. I hate being entangled. Those guys were hurting me because they're the thorn dudes. As I get higher and higher in their thorns, the unsquishiness of their thorns will matter less and less. Now I'm flat 35. Last time we gained the caustic splatter, which has changed our life some. I guess I got rid of my assassination rogue talents. Okay, so on this one we recently got virulent poisons. Ooh, a little. All right, so now we're starting the next row, which is going to begin with Sanguine Stratagem. This gives me 1 extra combo point. I love it. If you use all 6, it's 5% extra increased damage and extra effect. So I've been waiting on that for a while. 6 combo points is automatically going to give us more effect. That's just common sense, but now they're also saying, now this is, I believe, different. It used to be like, well, then you release on 5 or 6 because you don't want to have the actual energy, the math behind being an assassination rogue, would work out such that if you were to, let's say you get a combo, you use Mutilate, because remember, you get a second point on a crit, and as an assassin, you're, oh look, all of these have opened now. Delver of the Vaults, all of these extra titles, Dragon Slayer, Fire Lord Gleekon, all these other ones I've earned over the years, the Fearless, they've all unlocked, so more options for me. Cool. At some point, it's going to just be like, you're allowed to have all of your titles. I don't know what letter that happens at, level that happens at. Alright, so... oh, this is maybe my last one? Yeah, so we are now at 490, so perfect. We are now no longer going to grab tin. Sorry, guys. Sorry, tin. We'll get silver for sure. Why not? This is around that peak, and we want to be on the other side. Man, I dropped my... oh, yeah, I was talking about combo points. So, it used to be that the way the calculus worked out was, if you had 5 points, the energy spent on a move wherein you might waste an extra point, because if you got a crit, and chances were more likely than not that you would, then killing... then spending the energy to do a combo spender and having it go under was less energy wasted than not using that last combo point. I don't know if I'm explaining this well at all. So let's just say, like, for instance, one more combo point on I didn't see our dude, by the way. Looks like he is supposed to be where? Oh, he's supposed to be in this cave, to the north of the cave. I did not see him. Let's just say, as a flat, like, these numbers are wrong. Let's say you did 100 damage with a 5-point eviscerate. Let's say that number went up by 20%, so you did 120 damage with a 6-point eviscerate. However, the energy that you would spend would be wasted because it's all about the how often can you use those combo points. Alright, next. Lady Vespia sounds like she can appear anywhere on the beach, so we're going back to the beach. So let's say a mutilate would cost us, I don't know, 30 energy. So that means a mutilate is, let's say the expected value on a mutilate is, let's say you had a 70% crit chance. That means there's a 70% chance that mutilate is going to give you 3 points instead of 2. Whoops, I went too far to the north. Which would mean the expected value of a combo point for mutilate, let's say, would be about 1.7 combo points. So you are, by spending a mutilate where you could only ever get 1, you are reducing you're losing 0.7, or essentially losing 70% efficacy on your energy, or 0.7 of a combo point. So in my particular example, that 0.7 is 0.7 like, my math isn't, my fake example doesn't work, because in my fake example it would be worth it to go for it. But the way, so that little extra, like, you're wasting the 0.7 combo point per energy draw, and essentially for a little bit more damage, and what they would argue is that the damage is not worth that little bump. Alright, so she could potentially appear right here on this shore. So now, I don't really think people are actually doing the math very often. I think some people do, for sure. I think it's much it's more practical and easy to just sim. And I think that's what people would do. They would sim it. They would sim what happens if you always go for the 6 points versus what would happen. I don't see her here either. Versus what happens if you instead cashed out at 5 or 6, and they would say consistently you're going to do more damage cashing out at 5 or 6. And that's the answer to the equation. Simming gives us the answer. Whereas now, I wonder. I would have to look up. I don't see this girl anywhere, so there she is. So she's annoying because she can appear in a few spots. Lady Vespia. So we could look up because people sim it, and that's why I use like Icy Veins. It's not necessarily sure, min-maxing is a big part of it. That's why we do it. But what you're doing is people with simming mods that don't mind doing it, taking the time or letting it work for them. You know, that's part of what they do to be the best. They're already doing this. You know what I mean? I've got some new gloves. Now I'm a flat 24. They're a pinch better than my gloves. So, yes, I don't want to be like a min-maxing whore or whatever. Like, that's all I care about. It's not necessarily that. I will try to tweak things here and there. But most of the time, I don't have a good enough argument. Okay, so he appears way over here. What is he? He is a white furbolg. He looks like he appears outside. Yeah, I would like to get into other zones where we can start getting more ore, and we might soon. Because this is now that I'm not getting tin everywhere, it's definitely slowing. It's going to slow things down. I should have just went earlier. All right, so this guy's name is Lorgash Jor, some crap like that. He does look to be like a white shaman. Rorgish Jowl. He has like an axe. And he can appear anywhere in between the 3 or south of the first of the bottom house. So he could appear south of this house here. Kind of a tough cell here to look at. Like in this part of the forest he could appear. I don't think so. Or just anywhere between the 3. Walking around. Seems like that's what he does. He just pats around, walks around. I don't see him. He's more supposed to be up a little bit. Maybe he sticks to paths. Maybe he doesn't. I'm not going in Thistlefer Hold to fight him, though. That part is not happening. Okay, so again, we'll take a peek around here. Yeah, I had already a suspicion that this is going to be a tough one because... Who cares about this guy? Alright, cool. Rorgash Jowl. Nope, you're Oakpaw. You're not worth it. So Oakpaw is another furbolg that appears on those hills right there. So anyway, that's why I sometimes like to look specifically at the rotation, because they'll let you know, like, mathematically, there is an answer. Now, situationally, might there be a time when you want to go for one thing over another? Absolutely. You gotta vibe it out, but adhering, or like, some things are just hard. Like, it's hard. What's it? Oh, this guy's name is Oakpaw. Okay, so Oakpaw appears in these hills. He is black with a spear. And he appears here and over. So we're looking for someone that appears on this side. Oakpaw, black, spear, I do not see the dude. Alright, so no to Oak Paw. It's okay. I'm not gonna be sad hunting these Firbolg. They're too annoying to hunt. Branch Snapper. Branch Snapper is a elemental that appears on this side, so close to where we're at. So when we can't get the ore, the hunting of the elites is a little bit weaker. Alright, so Branch Snapper. Appears kind of on the edges here, but he can also... So basically any place where these guys can spawn, it's going to be a little tricky because I don't know what the difference in his looks is. And he can appear basically along this road. Working his way down. There he is. Cool. He pats along this road. Casting Sunbeam as needed. See, now though, we have that extra. And so now I wonder, with that difference where you get the 5% extra effect, is that worth it? Like, what does that do to us now? Just gained a bunch of XP from that dude. Bunch. Oh, we finally got a... Oh, let's open up a potion of these, too. We finally got a headgear. This is actually going to be... We go from 24 to 26, so 2.5 points. What is this thing? It has a... Like a lamp on the top. Weird. Alright, so we did get a weird lamp on the top helmet, but thank goodness we gained a helmet. That's a huge upgrade. So now the only piece of gear we're missing is necklace. We could use a second trinket, too. We do still have things like my shoulders are very short, very low. Alright, Ekalom is a water elemental found in silver, right down there where the water elementals are. But either way, it should be a little bit less of a factor now that we can... Alright, so it looks like Ekalom pats around this side of the lake. Kinda have to walk around and see. This one is going to be annoying to look for because... Like, I don't want to spend too much time. I mean, we could go for, I could go for a target on this one. I could be fine if I can at least see, like, get off this. Alright, so target Ek. I don't see one on that side. Visible and move around a little bit. Looks like maybe this side. Possible we find some. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, it's Echo with a CK. That's why. No, I don't see it. I don't think I've seen this one before. Looks like it appears on the grass a lot too. So up here, and if that's the case, we would have found it right now, but where that picture is of it on the grass. All right, who's next? We're not gonna perseverate. Mist Howler. I think I've fought this wolf before. Yeah, that's a wolf that appears on that side. A ghost wolf. So there looks to be about 3 spots where Mist Howler, the southernmost one is right along this road. That road where the pet person is at. So right around there is one spawn point for Mist Howler. So we're going to go. As we cruise I am not confident that 5, so I'm not worried about the zone. If we find enough of these rares, there's a small chance that we can level up again, and I would be feeling better. Alright, so Mist Howler is somewhere around here. It's not Mist Howler, that's just a regular Ghost Paw Runner. Okay, but that is maybe the spawn node we're looking at. Ghost Paw Runner. This little area is where he maybe sometimes spawns. Okay, so not seeing him here. He also appears on this other road to the north, pretty close by these other Ghost Paw spawn spots. Adjacent, maybe in this area. Again, not seeing him. Okay, and then his final spot is just above Rendell's retreat. We're just going to keep our eyes up, open for wolves. Any type of wolf might be him. They're not a ton of them. That might be it for us. Yeah, so sometimes I guess he could appear right there out of that spawn node, which we did not get lucky on that one today. All right, cool. So Mist Howler out of here. All right, you can also tame him. Prince Rays is a satyr that can appear in any of the 3 satyr camps. Now, what's the other one? Let's find. I don't want to go back and forth. Ursel Lock. He's way over there. All right, so we'll go to Prince Rays first. They're both on the other side of the camp, and actually, they're both. And after these 2, we are going to Hearthback and check out the first time. We're just gonna do 1 exploratory mission down to. Let's see if we can just find the answer by looking up. Do Booty Bay Bruisers scale in Chromie time? Let's find that out. Seems like they would. I feel as though we would. Yes, it's a 30 to 61. So the answer to that seems to be yes, and maybe that's even wrong, because now these zones scale to 71. So, but that seems to indicate that yes, they do scale. So, since they probably scale... Wait, is my first satyr right by us? Yes, we just passed it. Right there. So, I think I'm not even going to waste my time. I am fairly certain the Booty Bay Bruisers scale. So we're going to go to Orgrimmar and get out of Chromie time to check how do we do now that we are 5 levels over, maybe 6 levels over, if I can get lucky a little bit. Whoopsie. Alright, so one of the potential spawn spots is right here. Fell Musk Rogue. Sick. Oh, he is. We got lucky. Prince. We got lucky in 1, finding him. And 2, finding him in our first check spot. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I wanted to be able. That's not. I wanted to be able to get all of these things on him, and I think we did. Okay, so that was good because that helps us. I don't think we're gonna level up again because that was with a rare. I don't think we got halfway there. All right, so this one's gone, and Ursulok is a bear that appears on the road past the Warsong camp there. So in all likelihood, no. I guess we will find out whether or not... You know what? Let's find out what the next zone is, too. I really am so pessimistic that 5 levels is going to be it. I don't know that I want to waste time. Whatever, we can. It's a learning experience, right? Alright, so he appears right here at the juncture. There's one potential spot, and then following the road, continue to appear up there. There's a spot of guys. There he is. Cool. We did get lucky and got both our rares back to back. So it took us about half an hour to finish out this episode today. Not my highest. Not my fastest. Not the most. We gained pretty much an entire level. Maybe an entire level and some. Okay. Pretty close, but we're still 6,600 off. Alright, our next zone is the wetlands. So let's go to Orgrimmar. It's kind of annoying. We're very close to Orgrimmar though, so we don't. We can just fly there. Well, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna go. I don't think that this is gonna work for us, so this is gonna be. I'm not gonna switch out of Chromie time. This is how we're going to handle it. So it's not going to answer the question. The question for us is 5 trivialized because we're not going to be checking at 5 unless they've frozen. Unless the Booty Bay mobs have frozen themselves in their tracks. I don't suspect that they will. I bet you that they've now scaled. Can see from here. Now there's 61. So when you go to Chromie time, in fact, not only do they not just scale, they are now designed to be significantly higher than you are. Alright, so wetlands is right here. If I portal to Tristful, I think it's a little closer. So that's probably the move. Because I think we can portal to outside of Undercity. And then we'll explore wetlands just for the rares, and I mean, yes, the ore, but I think wetlands is pretty much all tin too, so no. Oh, dang it. Probably not actual ore that matters. Probably just going to be enough rares and exploration that we can at least hit 36. And now we know every time we've got a dang it. That we have to go turn Chromie time off to attempt these Booty Bay guys. Alright, so now we need to fly the south here to right there. And maybe we'll get some as we go. Some spots, more tin. Don't need it. This is a great spot if you are looking for tin as well. This is where we got all of it with our alliance guy. Okay, we've just gained 1,200 XP. We need 5,400 XP. Get the rest of the way. Wrathy, what do we got there? More tin, more tin. Yeah, so it's gonna probably be a while before ore. Now there are some other zones we'll go to that have some like quests and stuff, and that's really where we're going to be able to easily zoom. Alright, so here's the wetlands coming up. We're going to go check out the wetlands. Oh, with our fishing as well. Wetlands has a ton of stupid little spots for fishing. Here's an oily blackmouth school. Why not? No, it doesn't give us ore. Alright, so where are we going to fish here in the wetlands? Well, I'm going to treat this as one navigable water system. We'll treat it as two. We'll do the swampy part. We will do this lake. Right now we're fishing in the actual ocean. There seems to be a lake right there. And then who knows, there's another lake right there. I don't necessarily need it. I mean, there's all these little lakes spotted throughout. Kind of annoying. I guess we could. We do need fishing. What does the wetlands give us? I don't know. So we're going to explore this zone, fish in this zone, look for rares in this zone. But this is an alliance zone, so there's no quests. After the old wetlands here, there's Hillspread Foothills. Also no quests for us. So, a little back and forth. Same deal when we get to Hillspread. I also suspect that there's going to be nothing from an ore perspective. We're up to 127, so we're we need so much fishing that it's why not? All right, so let's look up Azerothian rares. We need the wetlands. There's 12 here, and they're all like lookable. So we have Leech Widow. So Leech Widow is going to appear at this lake we can see right here. Keep our eye open for. You know what? We're just going to fish in spots that are convenient till the end, and then we'll decide. Hey, is there anything worth it? That's copper. Definitely not worth it. Not a lot of ore here, so when we go to the mountains, there is probably some, but the fact that we just saw copper indicates to me this is probably just a copper and tin zone. Angerfang encampment. Alright, so where is Leech Widow? My guess is it's like in that cave. We can fish right here at this little isolated lake. And we'll take a peek at where I think Lake Widow is gonna, whatever Widow is. I'm not gonna do both of these. Because it shows that there's like a, maybe I will go up there actually. While we're here. Get a couple on the bottom and the top. Now there's a tiny little pool too. Who cares much about that? See, now we are at a spot where we're not really good enough to fish here, which is why we have to keep on fishing, which I can't believe at 127. There we go, got some there. This is also gonna help our cooking. 28, what's this little guy? Toad. Okay, 2 more fishing here, and we will then pop up and check this out, and then we'll try to look at exactly where is this spider at. Yeah, fishing line. I'm not going to fish at, like, there's a dot right there, there's a dot right there, like, that's, because then you can get into some zones where that's all we do all day. That's too extreme for me. Too extreme even for old Gleecon on this self-imposed system I made. See, I don't see it now, actually. Okay. Cool. Good to know. That's what I just looked at. Those little things, I don't see those lakes. You can see them, but they're not actually there. See? Alright. So cool. That's off. So we don't have to look there. Where's the spider at? It looks like it's in the cave. It is a green spider, so it's probably at the back of that cave. Easy peasy, right? Go in the cave, look for goods. Belgian rock. I guess you can get a... Oh, that's silver now. Silver, we will get. So we can get some ore every now and then. Love it. 780 XP now. Cave Stalker. I don't remember what this guy's name was. See, this used to be a quest too, if you remember from Classic, where you got this Delvin Ore or whatever. Had to be a quest you got for it. I remember that. I remember. Bitch found Memphis. I don't remember this guy's name, but I just remember he is green. Let's zoom around. A peek in the different holes. Cave Stalker, or we can't use. It's probably in the back of the cave if I had to. If I were a betting orc. We're down to needing 1,600, so if he is in here, that's a level up. Now, can you fish in this cave? Maybe. It's probably too shallow, though. But what are you going to catch? Like some Gollum style from the Lord of the Rings fish? My precious. You can get the one ring in this game. I have fished that up on at least one character. I think probably 2 or 3 over the years. Got a funny little ring. There is Leech Widow. Obviously. Normal name. So now I'm going to go for the full extra effect. 5% extra effect on these things? Why not? Alright, so... Excellent. I got the Black Widow Bandit as a purple ring that gives you only intellect. Oh, man. That's a bummer. We did get extra gloves. I could lose 6 stamina and 6 verse. That's a bind with equip. Maybe I'll put that on the auction house. What else am I going to do with that thing, you know? Alright. There's an empty-ish chest right there. And what's that? That's tin. So let's look at 36. Last time we gained the virulent poisons. So looking here, we are now skipping Still Shroud, which would just let you shroud your raid group more often. And we're going to go with Grace. What's it called? Graceful Guile, which just lets you use Faint 2 charges. So a very, like, that does not help us at all. That is okay in raid groups, I guess. Because you will use Faint more often when you know AoE attacks are coming in. What's Faint's? 6 seconds. Yeah, it does help you survive AoE attacks. So now, what's the cooldown on it? 15. But when do you... I guess, if you wanted to go full defensive in a very difficult raid mechanic... it essentially lets you have 100% uptime for 40% damage reduction to AoE attacks. So whatever, I could see the benefits. Also, excuse me, there's a solid chance now that we are maybe at the trivialized level for mobs. I don't know. Alright, so we got Leech Widow. Razor Maw Matriarch is up there. Also looks like she's in a cave. She's a raptor. So while we're right here, I suppose we could fish on this lake. Whoopsie. The displaced. I guess all of these things have like a like a 0.001 chance of dropping that little baby whelpling. One day we'll fish it. We'll look for it. When everything is trivialized, we'll just mow through the entire zone. One day. That will be our future. Like, there will... excuse me. There will come a time when I'm finally done with Classic. And there will come a time, you know, and there's so many different things we can do. We can become achievement hunters. We can try to complete all the things. I don't think in our I think there's 20 years of content, you know? I don't think there's a realistic need. I don't think there's ever going to be a time when I'm like, well, I've done it all. Now, there could come a world when all I'm doing is like achievement hunting, and if that became boring, but I'm talking, that would have to be so many years from now. I don't know when that would occur. But if that ever did happen, at worst I could ever see is this show dropping down to once a week, and then I shift over to other, you know, maybe I get my Diablo project off the ground. Oh, there's iron. Yes, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, baby. This little XP that way. We need about 31,000 XP. Also, this matriarch is supposed to be somewhere in here, so we're gonna look for it. There's an elder. Thought that was a matriarch for a minute. There she is. Okay, cool. I don't, yeah, my apologies for the clearing of the throat and all that good stuff. But you can actually loot her nest, and maybe there's a whelpling in there. It's cool. More iron. Loving it. Don't need that tin down there. So, gross. So we're having some decent luck on the rares thus far. Well, I mean, I guess we're just 2 for 2, but... Alright, let's fight her. Loot the nest just for fun. So, man, that 36 was a total boner of a level, though. I don't... Bummer. Cool, not the right kind of... What? We gained a baby razor maw hatchling? I don't think I had that before. That is absolutely cute. So we gained a pet from that. Score. Did I already have one? No, I did not have razor maw hatchling. So we got a baby raptor we can have as a pet if we want. All right. Yeah, sorry about the congestion. I think I'm just on the tail end like I had at the beginning of the week. I'd lost my voice. I feel a lot better, but not 100%. There's still something in there. I know it's pretty sick to have the snuffling. I don't like it, but... Alright, so Dunal Gaz, there is Maruk Wormscale. He's a dude that's found down there. We're gonna look. He looks like he's inside a building. Interesting. I like that we found a few irons there. That's gonna help us. I think we can, when I go back to Ironforge, alright, so here's Dunal Gaz. He's maybe in this building. There he is. He's there. Look at us. So there must not be a lot of rare hunters or something around here, because maybe wetlands is just sort of a dead zone. People don't care about it anymore. Could go for this grunt. Yeah, let's clear the building. I don't trust it. Okay. 20 silver. Farouk, I'm coming for you, bro. 1300, my... Uh-oh. Okay, we're hitting. Now we're starting to hit. I need, there used to be this thistle tea thing. Now we spread that to the other dude. Not want to do that. Got him. Okay. So we splash effect, and that drew some guys down here. And then we have this. Look at this dude. Maruk Wormscale. He's a cool looking dude. Okay, let's get my speed going now. You're a rare, and you gonna be dead, buddy. Nice. Okay, that Did not give us anything we need. Can I sneak out through the window? Alright, cool. Maruk Wormscale helping us get it done. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so we spread it over to his friend. Oh, there's two of them. I see now. Oh, he disoriented me, you jerk. That was not how I wanted that to go, guys. You made it happen that way. I was just trying to get out of here. Alright, what's after Maruk Wormscale? Garneg Charskull. Another orc, mage type. He is right there below Welgar's retreat. There. What does that indicate for us? I don't freaking know. Alright, so we already went to this lake right there. I fished there. We could fish in the river system. Let's go over here just to open this up. Maybe it will open up, maybe it won't. I don't know. Yeah, Welgar's excavation site. Okay, so at this hill, there is maybe a dude right here in this cave. My guess would be he's like right behind us. He or she. Rim Totem, that's kind of cool. Yes, look at us. Garneg Charskull. What are you doing here, buddy? Why are you, like, supervising this? So he's like a shaman, because he's about to lava burst me. Got him. Okay, he's a cloth wearer. Cool. Alright, that's all done. Who's next? Meyerlow. Cool, we're still good. Alright, Meyerlow is a elemental, bog elemental there by the Green Warden's Grove. He's in a big circle. So he's going to be a little trickier to find. But he could also, this could also be where we do our fishing for this kind of swamp set. Alright, this is an alliance area. I don't know why. I hate that. There we go. Say when it keeps it away from us. Alright, so he kind of starts at the left of this lake and does a loop around this thing. So we're kind of... What is his name? Meyerlow. At this little kidney-shaped lake. Okay, so I'm going to start by going to the Sagefish School. Cool. And we're going to fish in that. Keep our eye out for Moldering and Meyerlow while we're doing it. This is going to count as my, you know, swamp network fishing area. Little tiny bog beasts. I do have one of those. Capture those, a lot of these through the fishing, maybe through the mini game thing. All this fishing too is, it slowly just pays off. We just gotta do it. Okay. It will, you know, because we ultimately need 225 and we're gonna need it soon. Not crazy soon, but fairly soon. Honestly, nothing is soon until we get stupid. Yeah, I think that's. I don't know what that thing does, but the idea of a giant mushroom growing behind me doesn't make me feel good. Where were we at? We had 2. Okay. We've also been getting wool. Now, The problem with our engineering leveling up is those frames take leather, and I'm not buying that on the auction house, and I don't want to... I feel lazy, like I don't want to go... Oh, we're going to have to go sell soon. I don't want to go to another account and get some leather and blah, blah, blah. I just don't feel like it. Rumsy rum, huh? One more and we'll be done. We're up to 133. Then we'll look for Meyerlow. Alright, so on the map here, you can kind of see. It starts to the left of this lake, which is where we're at. And then he comes over along the southern part of this little lake right here. Then he wraps around to the north. There's more. Okay. I don't exactly know what this dude looks like. Then he can range anywhere where these guys have spawn spots, basically. See him. Mire Beast, Mire Beast. Yeah, basically any of these potential spawn spots he could be. But I think we, for the first time, are out of luck. I don't see Meyerlow. Yeah. Alright, cool. No worries. Can't win them all, right? Alright, who's next? Next is Gnawbone. Sounds like a gnoll. Gnawbone is a gnoll who appears any of these three spots. That's to the east here. So let's go up and get this as an exploration right here. Actually, let's get this one too. Right here. This is Dire Forge Hill. Okay, opened up that one. We have to go to that side too at some point, but keeping an eye out in case we see more iron, more silver. You know, while you're up here, there's this guy too. Doing Moldr. Don't be jerks about this. There we go. There's an XP there. Alright, so there's Ironbeard's tomb. There's one more spot over here. I don't know what they want to call this. Salt Spray Glen. That's Horror Jaw. There we go. Okay, so we got it all. Now we're looking for the gnolls. So there is a little... Is that it right there? Yeah, so he appears right to the south as one of his options. Already forgot his name. Gnawbone. What does he look like? He has dual-wielding daggers. So he appears right in the middle here. I think maybe right at this camp. So he's not there. So that's one spawn spot. Okay, where's another one? Just to the east off the tip of this one, he can appear. Let's run on. I think we can eventually get a move to that. And I might be wrong, but that lets you, when you turn on sprint, you run on water. If not, then that's a wasted opportunity. That would be really cool. Okay, there it is. So there's a camp right there that he could have appeared at, and he did not. Okay, and the last one is there's a camp. Where is it? In between these two, right there. That camp basically there, and I don't see him there either. So out of luck on Gnawbone. No Gnawbone for us. Did not want to come to play today. Okay. Next is Sludge Inn. This guy appears at one spot. He's a sludge right above us in that tomb. In Ironbeard's tomb. That's his spot to play. So we go in the tomb and we check. Hey, Sludgeon, are you there? Are you there, God? It's me, Sludgeon. Alright, Sludgeon. Let's put our poisons on too. I always forget to do that. That will make us seem weaker for show. Gotta keep them poisons going. Why can they not stay forever? If you're gonna give me an hour, give me forever. Who cares? Black ooze, black ooze. My guess is that Sludgeon will be at the bottom. Oh my gosh, he's humongous. Alright, Sludgeon. He's gonna hit me with a Venom Splash. I know what that's like. More rare. They want to give me shoulders. The game wants to give me shoulders. They're just not giving me shoulders that for my class. Alright, so we got Sludgeon down. McSludgeons. Alright, what else you got for me, guys? Sludgeon done. Gaz the Lock Hunter. I like that. He appears down in the lock. He is a gnoll that is... Maybe he just has a spear, or he's dual-wielding spears. I don't freaking know. Alright, so... I think we're good. We do have to explore this side, and we have to explore that little node, but that can happen at the end for fishing. We're at a good clip here just for rares right now. Alright. Oh, I see iron. Go. Anytime we see iron, like, we gotta take advantage. We gotta strike while the iron's hot. Analogies? It's tin. There we go. One, we're gonna need it, but two, it's one of our easiest and best ways to get XP right now. 800 XP is nothing to sneeze at. Alright, so the Lock Hunter can appear... I'm glad that we are getting some iron, and I wonder if that's level-based. Alright, so the Lock Hunter can appear... What does he hunt, these little things? Which, he's supposed to be on this island we're at, right? Oh, there he is. He has a little base, and he's just here. Maybe he hunts Threshadons. I don't know his jam, but... kind of cool. Or maybe he's just like, hey, this is what I do. Not sure what would be better. Is it better to slice and dice first or bleed first? Good. That's another equation. That's something else we should figure out. Alright, so that guy, we got old Gaz. 2 toes, there's 4 to go. 2 toes is an ugly Murloc way over there. Great. Let's just look and see while I'm here. I don't know that we're going to have another opportunity to be this close. This might be the whole freaking zone. Tin, copper, tin. What is this little area? You can fish here. So I guess we will. And then there's more, but I think we've already kind of looked up there. Like Grimbatal is, that might not be part of our zone. This might be. It's part of the Twilight Island. Ooh, 134. Oh, we have 1 slot. There it goes.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, let's get rid of the moon juice. Weather-beaten journal teaches you the art of fish finding. Heck yeah. I'll throw away this 1 potion. 31 cape, not as good as what I have. Sure, I'll get rid of that. Alright, that's cool. So now this character will know fish finding. Fish don't leave footprints. Nice achievement. You get that anytime from fishing up a pool. So now basically what that does is it will show you on your map where there are pools. That will help us when we do the Stranglecorn fishing extravaganza. 1, 2, and we got some leather, which that is actually going to be useful when we are making engineering stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. We're up to 134. I don't know what this place is at. This might be, like, not discoverable or whatever. Cool. This Grimbatal? This Twilight Highlands? Yeah, this is now considered Twilight Highlands. So, cool. We got some Grimbatal, but... Alright, so we're now going way across the zone. And that's going to turn that for us. That's going to be distracting a little bit, though. So this guy, Two Toes, is anywhere near this area. We're 6,000 XP off, by the way. So ideally, we get 2 of these last 3 rares. Or we are... Because then that would make us 7 levels over, and we'd be able to check that out. Alright, Two Toes. He appears basically on this island structure that we're at right now. Hey, hey, hey. I'm looking for Two Toes, not you. I wonder if blood should be before that. What's the rotation on this by the BT dubs? Rotation. Fatebound. So use Garrote. Use Rupture first. Deathmark. Kingsbane when I get that. Then Envenom. Sync Deathmark and Kingsbane up. Alright, so it should be Rupture first. I had a sneaking suspicion that that might actually be the case. So now we need to switch those 2 bad boys around. Alright, Two Toes, what do you look like? You're kind of orange. Okay, so we're looking for an orange Murloc. Okay, I don't see him down here anywhere. And how, oh, look at that thing. Ocean Shredfin. And how far does he wander up to? Kinda... Not far really. Just right around this little island right here. There's Gobbler, but Gobbler's part of a quest. So really he's just these couple little islands. There he is. Perfect. Okay, so it says use that from Vanish. Get yourself up to the... Ah, dang it. Combo points is needed. I don't have those other moves yet. So, and then using it does say 5 or higher. So, despite that new stuff, the 5 combo point thing is still a move. Alright, we're down to 2,500. Can one of the last 2 help us? Maybe. Alright, so we need... Oh, there's actually 3. Rufus Darkshot. So we have a pretty good chance. We just need one of the 3. This is a Dark Iron guy that appears... It's like... right there. So we would need 3 iron ores, which is actually, I think, less of a chance than us finding 1 of the 3 dudes. I also still need to go down there for... Alright, so he appears right maybe in this camp. Specifically, he is like... There's like... So there are Dark Iron Trappers. Where does he appear exactly? Okay, so let's look where the 2 things are. A little bit more to our east, and he's just on the tip of that island. So you can kind of see them on their own. Here's... His name is Rufus something. Yeah, I don't see him. He'd be right around here. Looks kind of like these guys. So he would spawn in place of one of these trappers, I'm guessing. But I don't see him. Alright, no Rufus. He's like a mage. dark shot, or he has a magical gun. All right, Sarltooth. So now we need one of two. He is a undead raptor. He can actually appear at 2 spots. Most likely he's over there. But it looks like he has a spot that he appears right... Where? Right there? Weird. I guess we'll check there first. Which one? The first or the second dip? Like, does he appear at the top? Like, where is he appearing? This little area. I don't even know what I'm looking at, you know? It looks at the top, but maybe there's like a cave or something? I don't see one. That's gotta be a glitch, right? Or did someone just randomly find him way up here? There's a skunk, but... That's gotta be just a weird... Someone somehow one time brought him over there. That just seems weird. Alright, meanwhile, the rest of the time he is over here in this little excavation. Okay, so down here, the pit, he is a... Oh, they're all over. Alright, so he's a specific living fossil named Sarltooth. Okay, take a peek, check it out. Living fossil. That's kind of cool. Oh, he's just a different living fossil. They're different colors. So he's not like anything special. There's just 2 different kinds of living fossils. Bummer. We have no Sarltooth around here. Okay. Bumsky Wumsky. But that is what it is, so... We had 3 chances, or 3 chances, and we've struck out on 2 out of 3. So now we really are putting all of our eggs in the Chops basket. Chops is an alligator that appears off the edge. We're going to have to fish there, too. But before we go over there, I would like to check this last little area out. We need 2,500. And... that was not iron. What is this place? A little farm? So here's our fishing spot. A dwarven farmer that is PvP? Oh, because I'm an orc. This is a weird little spot. So here is Ranaday and Cartanis. A couple of friendly elves. I'm sure there's an interesting story there. One day we will get to experience it. If not, we won't. I'm sure there's something. All right, we're 135. Getting there. We're still behind on our fishing. If we were in a perfect world, we would be around level at least 180 right now. But, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses here. Alright, I need to find out what's the best way to get to Orgrimmar. From here. Not my Hearthstone. I want to save that to use... What is this area? Do I need to, like, explore the bay? Is that what it is? Yeah, no. What the heck? Why can't I... What is this place? Why can't I have it be discovered? Cave, like, what am I missing here? Do I need this town? Is that what it is? That is exactly what it is. Alright. You know what? I think there's a discoverable portion of land right there. Maybe? Alright, so the last guy is way up there. I don't know if these mountains are discoverable or not. I don't think so. Alright, so we need to go up to the tippy top. This is our last chance at a rare. This gator. We'll also fish while we're there. We need 1,900 XP. So... maybe I'll get a discovering thing up there. That'll help me some. We could kill a few mobs. That's definitely less cool than killing whatever. Oh, there he is. Heck yeah. And we will fish here while we're here too. Old chops. All right, I love that. Yeah, it says activate that when available. I guess we should still continue to do that. Then, inventory's full. These decomposed boots are fine.
I can't carry anymore.
That cloak is... no, that I can... there you go, that tooth is nothing. Cool. Get ourselves a potion, which we automatically drank. Alright, so... level 37. Last time we got the very cool Sanguine Stratagem, so we went from a very good one to a totally lame one. We're skipping Intent to Kill, or Iron Wire. Iron Wire is the one that silences when we come out of stealth. I like that, but we're skipping it. Intent to Kill reduces Shadow Step cooldown. I don't care. So now for 2 points, we're going to be going to Fatal and Concoction. Increases the damage of my poisons by 20%. So that's more passive DPS increase, and we're going to get that again next time. There's 2 stacks that we're going to be picking on that. So at 39, it will be additional passive damage increase. Alright, I'm not sure. If we go for Menethil Harbor, because we might be able to take the portal to Menethil. If we take the portal in Menethil, that's going to bring us to Dustwell, and then we can fly to Orgrimmar. That's not the worst. I guess we can start by trying there. It's hostile territory, but it is... maybe. There's also a chance that that portal actually takes you over to Darkshore. Still not the worst flight. Other option would be, oh, you know what? We're not that far from Undercity. We can just fly to the Undercity portal. I think that's going to be as much flying either way, and we don't have to deal with hostile territory. So that's going to be, I think that's going to be the plan we take. One more fishing. We got to 137. We'll look at our... because we have to turn Chromie Time off and then turn it back on. And well, maybe we won't have to turn it back on. You never know. Alright, so let's look first of all, where's our time at? We're only at 1. I feel like this episode is just... I keep being afraid I'm taking too much time, but no, we're fine. So even if this is a failed attempt... actually, this might be a perfect time to... spend a lot of time on our blacksmithing, and then if we fail again, and then just pick it up next time. Because then if not, then there's a real chance that we're going to be needing to get like 10 levels higher, I'm hoping 7 levels will be enough to trigger trivialness. We'll be able to test it actually right away in Orgrimmar. Well, Orgrimmar is going to be more than 7 levels. I like that we're discovering all of these things. Hillsbrad's actually going to be our next land. So we're getting lots of exploration along the way. I'm out of those. But we did pretty good. We made good effort for what we were trying to do. Wetlands is done. Like I said, Hillsbrad Foothills is next. That's Stranglethorn, which is nice that we can just right there.
Yeah.
All right,
What do you want?
Alright, so what I want is to go turn off Chromie time. Let's also sell our stuff in our bags. Turning off Chromie time is going to make it to where the goblins drop their oh, let's just use this guy's shop. That's an auctioneer. Dang it. No, I don't want that. I want a shop that has repair. General goods. I'm at 77%. Wait. I lost the thread here. That was right. Alright, Chromie. Give it up, girl.
Is this hello or goodbye?
I'd like to return to the present timeline. Alright, so if that's the case, let's now go Hearth. So now I'm out of Chromie time. I love Chromie time. It's such a good resolution. I don't know why. They should just add a freaking classic Chromie time. I guess that would just be too hard. Alright, yeah, so these guys are now capped at 30. Are there no repair bots here? Herbalism. I know there's a repair guy. I know, there he is.
What?
14 gold, my friends. Okay. Getting tons of transmogs. I'm saving that because wouldn't it be cool? My hewn Kodo gloves. Alright, that's good for now.
Road.
And now we go down to Booty Bay and we see. Now that we are 7 levels over, how do they feel about us now? Those stupid idiot dum-dums. Now my item level is only acting as though I'm 26. So without some help from some behind-the-scenes mechanics, I am actually cooked. Okay, let's try it now. What happens if I go? Please be trivial. It's freaking not. Are you kidding me? I mean, I need this guy to be, like I said, I need him to be trivial. Okay. I don't know. Alright, so we can kill them now. They're not worth XP. But that is, so at least, but that's like, how long does this thing last? I don't know. So I want to track as my reputation. We want to track this. Oh my gosh, we start at hated. We need to get to at least... So it's going to show it up there. It doesn't actually take my real XP bar off, but now I can see that as a second faction. So I don't remember if we have to be neutral or friendly off the bat, but anyway, that's too long. But we are getting there. We are now physically able to kill them. So that's worthwhile. Alright, so next up is Hillsbrad. No quests available. The next time we actually have quests available will not be until we do Northern Barrens, which actually comes after Hillsbrad. It's Hillsbrad, and then I'm going to check out Northern and Southern Barrens, actually. Yeah, we're going to do Hillsbrad, and then we're going to do Northern and Southern Barrens. Northern will be full of quests for us to try, so that will be a nice area. That'll be for tomorrow. Again, we're going to keep trying every level, but obviously, as we just saw... Whoops. We need, first of all, we have to go back to Chromie time. What's this thing? Under second. Nope. Come on. What? Okay. Probably best for us. So, I'm not optimistic that, so maybe it's 10 levels. We'll try after each zone, if we've leveled up at least once in a zone. That's as good as we can do. We need to go back to, first of all, back to Chromie time. Then we gotta come back to Orgrimmar. So, pain in the butt, and it's gonna not happen today. But once we get there, and we trivialize these Booty Bay Bruisers, oh my gosh, it's gonna fly. Especially with this rep bonus right now.
Meeting again for the first time.
Now...
Who would have thought someone named Deathwing would bring about so much destruction?
36,000 on the Bloodsail Buccaneers. Jeez, that's a lot. So we have... That means we're going to need to kill 1,000 Booty Bay Bruisers just to get to Hostile. It's insane. This is going to take us a long time. But if they spawn fast and we're one-shotting them, won't be as long as we thought. I already knew this is going to take us 4 to 6 hours, is my suspicion. Even if we one-shot them. Alright, so we're going to Hillsbrad now. Pretty close to where we're at. So, Hillsbrad, we only have, again, fishing and stuff like that. Azerothian rares. Hillsbrad foothills, where are they at? 25 rares. I don't know that we're going to finish this one today. Alright. So, first of all, let's get it kicked off by fishing on the northern border. Okay. Of this. Now, other than that, we have this lake, this river, maybe this lake. So there's not a ton of fishing. That's Arathi. That's Alterac Mountains, technically. Alterac Mountains is it's really its own thing right there. So now Alterac Mountains is considered part of Arathi. I mean, it's part of Hillsbrad, so that's part of it. But for our purposes, it just means that we're going to skip Alterac Highland. Alterac Mountains. There's no real zone for that. I mean, we can look at it, just in case, but... we'll cover our bets. Oh, I accidentally ended... I hit escape. I'll accept it because you drop it every time you get out of here. All right, so I don't know. Maybe we'll find enough this time. Maybe. I mean, maybe I'll find all the rares. Okay, so we have, I have approximately 30 minutes. All right, Magarak is the first one. It says it may have been removed from the game. Magarak the Mountain Lord. Interesting. Okay, so Magarak doesn't exist. What? It just doesn't exist. Good to know. Let's see if it says removed from the game. Okay, so let's just look this one up. It says NPC 0. Magarak. Well, you can see him right there. I don't know why ours is gone, but let's look up Magarak. We want Magarak. Did I spell it wrong? Double R's. No K, no C. Magarak. He's here. The link just doesn't work. All right, so he looks like this, and he is right there on the edge. Mountains. Okay, so he is kind of in between. He looks like he is, yeah, out of doors, above that cave. Cool. Also, we're looking for iron, keeping that in mind. If we find iron, this is a spot with a lot of tin, if you remember when we did this on Gleevenger. We're just keeping our eyes open for iron. I don't think we're going to find a ton. And we've already gotten a lot of the XP for exploring. I did just see a silver. Looks like the silver's underground, yeah. Alright, so Magarak allegedly can appear right around here. There he is. Look at this guy. Not removed from the game at all. Looks cool. I don't think I've ever seen this dude. Then again, like, who is over here? And he's just chilling. Hey. Oh. Okay, that gave me a cloth sash. Useless. But it also gave us 3,400 XP. Alright, rare one. We're good. Next one. Scowl. Scowl. Scowl is a Yeti. Found in that Yeti cave. This is technically Alterac Mountain stuff. Come on, Scowl. So we know that we'll be able to skip Alterac Mountains when we come here. 10, this is the Growless Cave. Oh, I do see that. I'm gonna get that silver. Because freaking ore is more rare than rares at this point. Ore that we can actually get XP from. 812 for that. Alright, so Growless Cave. Scowl. He is there. Scowl. Alright, now they are not saying to put Shiv in my rotation, if you notice that. When is Shiv allowed? When should Shiv be part of the rotation? So maybe that's part of my problem. That is, I have Shiv as part of the rotation, and I shouldn't. So what is my thing? Oh, dang it. I'm fate bound, right? But I have the wrong... now I gotta check my stuff. Let's make sure I don't have anything wrong. Okay, so I should have first tier, yes. Oh, I need to have Toxic Stiletto. So I need to add that one in next time. I accidentally skipped it. This will reduce Shiv's cost. And its range. So that's actually one that I want. Okay, next tier, we want them all. Fine. Next tier, yep, we want those 3. That's good. And then this tier, that's as far... I've made it to there. So other than that, we're fine. I just missed Toxic Stiletto. So now let's look at the assassination aspect. Okay, we got those 2. Good. In this next tier, we should have everything. Good. Next tier, we should have everything except the 3rd one. Good. Okay, next tier, we should have everything. Cool. Next tier, stratagem and poisons are what we're working on. All right, so we're good on assassination. The only thing is I missed Toxic Stiletto. Also, let's look at my rotation based on this. And we are fate bound this. All right, so when I see, when you have multi-target, Garrote, Mutilate, Rupture, Deathmark, Power Infusion, I guess, Kingsbane, blah, 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 blah. At what point are you using... This is your setup. Yeah, what the heck? Using Venom with 7 when Darkest Night. We're not Deathstalker. Oh, we don't have that. I see. So at no point am I using that. Even... Oh, I see. That's the regular opener. Cool. Fine. This doesn't even have... This says use Envenom. I don't have Darkest Night. So use Envenom. Yeah, okay. So that's cool. At no point am I using Shiv. So that's weird. So why would I want Shiv to have points if it never is used? So for instance, this gives me Shiv, but why am I not ever using Shiv? Dispelling all enrage effects. And giving me concentrated. So it's totally different. So Shiv should actually be moved over there. Shiv's only real feature is to remove enrage. That's the only reason why you need or want Shiv. So good to know. So I need to take that out of my rotation. It's just messing things up. All right, got it. Okay, now let's go back to where we were at. Wait, am I looking at the... Other than that, okay, if I'm looking at when I'm fighting multi-target, you do maintain Garrote and Rupture on all targets by using Crimson Tempest as your AoE builder. Use Crimson Tempest as your AoE builder to spread bleeds. If all targets, then you can then switch to Fan of Knives. Activate Deathmark, Kingsbane, and then use Vanish. If my initial set of Garrotes are close to running out and the packs are going to live for 20 more seconds, Vanish and then reapply your Garrote with this and Crimson Tempest. Cast Envenom as needed. This'll Tea, Kingsbane. Yeah, This'll Tea. I can't wait till we get that. Okay, so the good thing is, the one small thing that is made better about this spec is that it used to be you had to tab and garrote, tab and rupture, and now okay, this guy Logrosh is an ogre mage at that northern cave, and now you can just use this Crimson Tempest, which that's huge, because then you just have to apply your things once and then get out of there. All right, then use that, and you're going to use that as your main rage builder too. So that's cool. If they have good bleeds, and then they're saying just like I can't even imagine why you would need to vanish. I don't get that part. Why? Okay, we're gonna pick up these. All right, so for instance, if we go here, hit this, and then I hit them with both, then now. That was technically a multi-target thing, so why not? Good. Alright, what's our third guy? Oh, I see a silver vein, I want that. And here's our third guy, Logrosh. What's up, bro? Okay, cool. So, let me take that out of the picture there. Love it. Big ogre kickers. Black ogre kickers. My bad. Racist. Seems oddly specific, you Logosh. I knew I couldn't get up there. No. Messing about with this guy. Alright, so now that I'm not using Shiv because the energy is better spent on, unless they use Enrage. That's good to know. Look at that. Love this for us. Lost Agate. Alright, who's next? So far we've had good luck. Every time I say that, then I jinx it. Gravis Slipknot. Also found by, he's a roguey type guy found over in Strombrod. Okay, again, keeping looking for good, decent war. Okay, so he has like a sword. Now these guys are in stealth a lot. I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to find this dude. There he is. I don't know how easy I'm going to be able to find this guy. Instantly sees him right away. Alright, so he doesn't stealth. He's a syndicate guy. So they'll probably be unhappy with my murder of them, but... Cool. Whoa. He gave me so much XP that I just immediately jumped to 38. I love that for us. Okay, we gained a nice upgrade to our vest. Cool. Good, so our gear is more like level 27 all told now, because we're still missing a necklace. Thanks for the giant XP boost, Gravis Slipknot. Araga is our next one. Araga is a tiger, lion, who sits at the tip of this little maze. Not sure what that is. Looks to be the middle maze. Now these, so Farah's Naze, that one we already have. Oh, that's silver. So if you want to find silver, as you can see, this is definitely probably the best spot for silver. This zone, I don't think I've seen anything silver. Oh, did I not level up my point? I sure didn't. So I guess we're going to go back and pick Toxic Stiletto. Because now I can apply that Stiletto Rage debuffer thingy, even when we're not, like when we're a little far away. We don't have to get right next to a Raging Jerk to do it. So that's the benefit there. So in this cave, we got a lot of tin. Very tip. Look at all these baby lions. This is Araga's cub. But Araga's cubs are sitting without Araga right now. Araga's off and about, so we we did not get Araga. Despite leveling up to 38. Sorry, Araga. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, Cranky Benj. Sounds like the name of a dog, but it's a turtle. Alright, so old Cranky Benj here. We'll go fish a few points there. And Cranky Benj starts just below the bridge. Old Cranky Benj. And we're just going to follow along. And here we'll fish for sagefish for Mo. All these wild horses. Wild horses. We're already almost... That guy gave us so much XP. It was like, for killing that one dude, it was like half a level. I do not know what happened there. I know that sometimes you get this some kind of boost where every now and then you gain a buff. Now, this reputation gain increasing by 50%, that's going to be a big help to us. So... Oh, come on, get a little closer so I can get some more sagefish, just because cooking the sagefish will help us. I'm hoping we can hit 39, and then we will check. Very end of the level, at the very end of the video, we will give one more check to how is it like killing those booty bay bruisers. I'm not optimistic until our item level is at least 40 that it's going to matter. I think at item level 40, so even despite levels, if there's no trivializing equation anymore, then I do worry that that's going to be the case. Okay, so there's nothing else. We do need to fish down in that sea down there, but I don't really care that much. Okay, so we're looking for old Cranky Benj. He can appear anywhere in this river. And he is just a turtle. There he is. Cranky Benj. Look at that big boy. Alright, so... Come on, Cranky Benj. Excellent. I don't want it to splash onto his friends. Love it. So, we gain a tiny pinch of increase on our item level. Good. Also, a nice bit of XP. Almost 4,000 XP. For old Cranky Benj. Alright, Tamra Stormpike. Sounds like a dwarf. It's a dwarf ghost. Down in Dulgarok. She is hostile to the Horde, so we can kill her. Good for us. There's old Durnhold Keep, the infamous. Alright, so... Wild griffins, big old bears. There's a big old bear. There's a big old bear. So here's Dungarok. Full of ghosts now. There's Captain Ironhill's ghost. All full of ghosts. So somewhere in here, all these dwarves are now dead. The ghosts still have Humber's sword and Mr. Hilder's blah blah blah. Alright, we're looking wherever we can for this ghost. Ship here. So my thought was maybe down here. I don't see her. Okay, so I didn't see her on any of these lower levels. Or mid levels, maybe. Okay, so the Dungarok spirits. It's a lot of level. Here's where you get upstairs on this tier. Dead. Lord's helm. Oh, it's his helm, not his sword. Alright, so I don't see her anywhere. I mean, she is a rare. I feel like we looked around pretty well. Sure, she could have been tucked away in some pocket somewhere, but I didn't see her. Alright, what's next? And she does appear inside the area, right? Yeah, she does. Okay. Says she's been around forever. So, alright. Scargill sounds like a murloc to me. So he's down at the beach. He is a murloc down that little by that little island down there. Alright, so we will fish while we're over here too. So we fished in the river, we fished up there, so it'll only be like Defender's dead. Good, that's where the gnolls are at. It'll only be a couple little spots. This is Ruins of South Shore. They've poisoned to death now in time of Cataclysm, I guess. Okay. Rare Finder would help us. I'm sure there's one or two we miss every zone that would we would be better served if we this place. If we actually have the Rare Finder on, but it's also not super. I don't super care. Why did that Silver Pine? That's my little point here. This, there you go, South Point Gate. Okay. Alright, so now the only other thing is I want to, first of all, we want to fish. I want to check this little island because I'm pretty sure we can open this island up. And I want to fish there. Western Strand. Purgation Isle. Oh, it's a werewolf isle. Cool. Alright, what was this dude's name? There he is. No, Muckgill, that's not his name. His name is Scargill. Right off the tippy top. Down here. Andy Murgle. I think that's our fake. I think we're gonna have to fight Muckgill, yeah. I can't help it. I just... Andy Murgle, the guy from Cataclysm. I mean, Wrath. We don't want this, we don't want Muckgill's fin there. We want to toss that. Alright, let's do some fishing. And then... I don't see the dude. So we might have been out of luck on that guy. Whatever his name is. It looks like he's... Yeah. Muckgill's flipper or something. We're getting close. So I still have one small area here to get XP for. Maybe. I think that's it. So we have one guaranteed map XP. 3. And, you know, half a dozen or so. We have... Ah, dang it. I don't want to fight Muckgill anymore. Yeah, it says he appeared. Muck Dweller. He's kind of off the coast here. I don't see him. But anyway, I think he appears probably... in the water. How many did I get? 3. I gotta get 2 more. This is not a friendly spot to fish. I'm trying to find any spot where there's not murlocs everywhere. kill this guy, I can at least get my last 2 casts out.
Far away.
I gotta retrain my brain on the rotation, since I had like a self-imposed rotation I was doing for so long, and now I'm like, guess that's not right. Okay. 2 more casts, even though this is a Whaley Blacksmith and it won't do us a lot of good. Something. Alright, so back to Orgrimmar. Ah, oh, that got me. They tricked me. Or I tricked myself, I don't know. Okay. Yikes. So this is definitely like our biggest thing, but what we are doing is we're creating a character that is going to be equipped to do a lot of what we need late end game. All right, Lady Zephyrus. She sounds like a Naga. She is a green Naga lady right on the other side of the bay there. Okay. More or less we're done fishing in the area, so she kind of appears over here where we used to quest, right past South Shore. Lady Zephyrus, you got something for me? Jeez. Okay. What the heck? You get off my butt? Alright, I see a lot of these dagger spine sirens. Not the actual lady in question. Yeah, she appears pretty much right where we're at right now. I don't see her. Okay. Alright, on to the next one. Robark. Robark is a big gnoll with a big hammer, and he appears right where we're at, basically. Big gnoll, big hammer. Robark. Oh, they're showing they give a little quest. Terrible little creatures. I don't see him though. Unless he's like in this house. I do not see old Robark. I think he can basically appear anywhere around here, but no, not seeing him. Also, where are all like I've been seeing very few regular people. There's not a lot of people. Maybe they don't appear if you're in Chromie time or something. That's it. Creepthess. Creepthess is famous. A big famous spider. I feel like that one's even on that one. Creepthess has been around for a while. Creepthess is found right there on the shore. Near the shore, maybe above it. But Creepthess is definitely a classic. This one, she has been a rare. I don't know why I think of it as a she, but Creepthess has been a rare that's been around since the beginning. What the heck? Alright, and I'm pretty sure Creepthess is pretty big. A battle creeper. I think Creepthess is more like up here than on the actual shore. I don't see it though. I think you would notice her if she was around. Alright, so no Creepthess. Fine with me. Alright, who's next? By Creepthess. I think we fought Creepthess in our life before. Big Samras. Also, I think has been around for a long time. Big Samras, a zombie bear. Right over there by Durnhold Keep. Maybe we'll get lucky with a double XP on one of these guys. Or whatever, a 10 times XP like we did that one guy that helped us through the moon and back. There's a little lake right there. Okay, I guess we can get this little lake done. This is one of the... Ooh, that's Chordix, a rare. Okay, it's time to put our poisons back on. What's our time at? Just like always, I make a plan. I'm like, I'm going to go a little under today, and then I'm over. But I want to finish this zone. Alright, so Chordix. You're going to give me an acidic bite? More crap things that I can't. Gain 4,000 XP. We're down to needing 9,500. And we'll fish in this lake. This might be one of the last fishing spots we need. Because we've done this, we've done that, we've done this now. Yeah. This is the last fishing we'll do in the zone, so whatever that means, that'll speed us up a pinch, I suppose. We are hopefully going to find two more. Two more of rares out of our whole list will get us there. We might very well find more. Alright, we're going over to this little node. I think this bear, I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to find him, I don't think. But maybe I'm wrong. 3 rares would get us safely there, but I wonder if between the potential for an ore, and we do have this one exploration spot still to open up, and a couple random mobs we fight here and there, if we could get away with 2, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, one more. To 141. We're almost halfway through classic fishing. 9 more points. And time's up. I'm flying over here. My day. I slept in today too. Very rare. Usually, I'm a much lighter sleeper than my wife, so usually when the dogs start wrestling around in the morning, which is typically 1 o'clock at the latest, there he is, old Samras, sleeping away. I will typically hear it and get up and start taking care of the dogs. And today, I did hear it, but my wife also heard it, which is not typically the case. She got up and took care of him, which is pretty good. Which is nice. Nice to sleep in. Alright, we did get one of our guys. Alright, Jimmy the Bleeder. Jimmy the Bleeder is a syndicate that appears at the bottom of this node. Pretty close to where we're at. Alright, Jimmy. He's probably like looking. He looks like he's kind of crouched down, so my guess is he's kind of looking out over the bottom of the area. There he is. So awesome. I wanted at least 2. We got at least 2. We were so quick to find another rare that I didn't even get a chance to. That's actually worse than the cloak I had on. I didn't even get a chance to have the blood mark done. Alright, Indigos, it's probably a Wendigo. Indigos. The Wendigo. No, it's a dragon. Indigos. It's by the Dalaran crater. And that's actually perfect, because now we can get our last exploration out of the way. Which is fine. This is where we've stopped before with other characters. There we go, we gained Gavin's Naze. That's one of our last 2. Here's this little house. The Brazzy Farmstead. Perfect. That was 1,200 right there, so now we are really just microscopically close. There it is. There's an Indigos. I love that. So this is going to level us up, and we still have anything else is gravy. It's cool. So we're fighting this weird dragon. Ah, come on, Josh. Bro. Alright, Indigos was the one for us. Give us male pants, that does nothing. Okay, so we are now switching back over to here where we need our second point of Fatal Concoctions. We're one level deeper on this. That puts us at 39. Do I think 39 is going to do it? No, I do not. But it is what it is. Alright, Alitus is a zombie raven flying above, or a zombie vulture flying above the ruins of South Shore. Great. So we would need 32,000. So I do not think we're going to be leveling up because we would need to get like 8, 7 at least mobs. I mean, elites. I don't even know if there's that many left. Have been pretty lucky in this zone, but not, you know. There's Alitus, so we did find Alitus. Let's get off this bird. Throw this dagger in, Alitus. Come on. Come on down. You can do it. Really, there he is. Get it? We were so good on our hunting that we didn't have time to use Bloodmark again. Hey, I'll take it. Cool. All right, who's next? Miasmis is a spider found in the Azure Lode mine. Okay, specifically, yeah, my guess is Miasmis is, yeah, it's in the mine itself. These ones are a little more annoying when we have to do this. Only pro, I guess, would be if there is ore inside this mine, it will be easier for us to find it. So now it is guarded by these petrified sentinels. They're not really guarded. I don't think they're hostile. Okay, so the spiders, the domesticated mine creepers who are on our side, because we've chosen to ally with the morally gray is probably doing them service, giving them more credit than they deserve. Miasmis is is Miasmis then not hostile to us? No, she is. I'm saying it's a she because it's a miss. Alright, let's look around. What do we got here? There's Miasmis. This big old fatty. We will use Deathmark on this one. Only downside of this whole rotation is I'm not getting through there quick enough to feel like I barely have time to get my slicer dice going on the Envenom. Okay, out of here. 5K. I mean, so far we're somewhat maintaining. Come on. Darn it. Yeah, I need if we could get a better cooldown on Deathmark, that'd be cool. Also, we will eventually get that King's Blood, I'm pretty sure. Which is another cool poisoning. I did not see the Exsanguinate or whatever that thing is on any of the rotations anymore, so that is a move that like would make them instantly bleed out all of their bleeds. So it's pretty effective. There's some quest givers right there. Alright, so Miasmis gone. Zorn. Who is Zorn? Where's our time? How are we doing? 14, I think. What the Okay, Zorn is technically right there on Arathi Highlands. It is a spider. Okay, I don't know why it's counted as being part of this, but whatever. There was no ore in there, but it's right there on the border here. Can it sometimes appear? Ah, there we go. Because it can appear in either, and it's considered both. So if we don't find Zorn now, we can look for Zorn later. When we go to Arathi. 10. Oh, we just get an East Point Tower, a little free XP. Alright, Wild Griffins flying above. Okay, so Zorn, that is his name. If that, oh, I see silver. I see France. I see Little Zorn's underpants. Okay, so Zorn being the very borderline of this area. There it is. I'm gonna do it. Okay. So here's Zorn with a Z. Big old Zorn. Come on, Zorn, back up a little bit. You know. Right? Oh, Zorn just had some leech on me. Great. What is that? Dagnabbit, it's freaking cloth. Alright, bye Zorn. The Dark Prowler. Dark Prowler is a... Wow, it's like a lion. Where the heck? Oh, it's way over there by Sludge Tower. So full across the zone. But okay, it is right there on the H of the sludge fields. It looks like it's like a tiger. Can you hunt that guy? It's a cat. Yeah. Pretty cool. It is tameable. So if you want a cool black lion, here's a place you could get one. Where? I don't know exactly where it's supposed to be hiding. Who are these people? Crown Dusters. My guess is it would be somewhere right around here. Oh, there he is, sleeping. That's cool. Hello, Dark Prowler. Come to me. And we are doing pretty good. So we got another cloak tied with ours. 4 agility. It's identical. Alright, Dark Prowler. Bye-bye. Dustwing. Dustwing is a moth. Interesting. That is found down there on that island. That's weird. Okay. Which side of the island? The teardrop right here. So this is a like Gilnean type of mob. Interesting. Okay. It's supposed to be up here. Where does it appear? Kinda where I am right now, but like... What is this thing? Alright, I don't see it anywhere. And I would like to, because it seems... Look, there it is. But it's... Come on. No. need to aggro it in a very smart way. Oh man. Okay. Oh, he did not gain my poisons. Whew, come on. Whew. Nice.
Inventory is.
I did not have to sells for more. Alright, I do kinda need to sell. These gloves are actually like 1% better. Okay. Alright, we got that weird thing. Dustwing. Little Bjorn. Okay, that is a plagued up bear right by where we're at. I was gonna go sell right off the bat. Actually, you know what? We'll go kill Little Bjorn first, and then I'll look for selling. I have the feeling that Little Bjorn... Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Little Bjorn will be up here. Look at this sick, infected... He died fast.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, he was a regular old bear. Well, I thought that was Little Bjorn, but that's just a sick, regular, infected bear. There's Little Bjorn. Oh, he is... He's littler and less infected. And I thought the other one, I was like, man, this died really easy. I think we got double XP on that one. Not a good belt for us. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's go sell really quick since we're right by the ruins of South Shore. Okay, we're 9k off, so we are 3 rares away. But, I mean, we would have to continue at this clip that we're on right now where it's like... high level of success. I just need a shop. That's all. Someone that will buy my stuff. Son of a stinker. Oh, you know what? Remember we had the Grand Expedition yak. Just mount that up real quick. What the heck? Ah. Alright, 4 gold. I mean, I think we're making money off of these. I think the eggs aren't doing it for us anymore. Okay. I don't know if we made money or not. I don't really think we are making very much money. Yeah, we gained 3 gold and it was 4 in repair, so we lost a gold on our overall journeys. All right, so that now we need 3 and there's 5. So we're gonna need to have. This is a big old crab. We're gonna need to maintain the same level of luck that we've been having, and I don't know. That's a big ask. Carsonac. Okay, where specifically? He's a little bit more further down. There he is. It's pretty good luck. 1. Then we're basically going to be like 2 for like a 50-50. Obviously, it opens up Snap and chop. Slap and chop. Cool. Obviously, it opens up the possibilities by that one being lucky. Okay, what's next? There's 4 to go. We need 2. Craw the Ravager. It's a big old crocodile found on a little old island out there. I feel like that one has a better chance of appearing because people are not out here very often. Yeah, look at him. See, those so now it's switched to odds are in our favor because now we have 3 chances to get 1. So that's pretty good. And we got a little thing. Which just had fireworks in it. No, okay. Those are, and we had bracers, but those are worse than our bracers. Okay, 3 to go. Chordix. They're all animals. Chordix is a... Oh, we already got that one. Darn it. Okay, Weevil. So now we're still at 50-50. Weevil is a little weevil found in the cave. I am less optimistic about this. Cave ones are... I mean, they're about 50-50, so we were about 50-50. We need 2,000 XP. So if we were to find a silver mine, silver thing in there, that would also help us. That'd make me feel better. There are no silvers inside here. So where is Chordix the Weaver at? Kind of hard to tell where he is compared to everybody else. Tin, cave. Nothing there. So we can drop down. There he is. We did get him. And we seem to be far enough away. We did get that Yeti upset. So what do we get? We have unlocked a few more, looks like PvP kind of things. We also unlocked Gleekon of the Jungle title that I earned in the past. Wait a minute. I thought we got a bag, but I guess not. No, we did get these cloth bracers. Alright, what's next? I think we are going to have this fall thing right here. Featherfoot. Sprint increases movement speed. So basically, I'm even faster when I sprint, and it lasts even longer. So that's just a utility upgrade. Love it. So we did get fantastic luck, just about perfect luck, and we're now level 40, aka 10 levels above. We are still item level only 2781, so that's not good. There is a chance now. So you're telling me there's a chance? I am telling you there's a freaking... Whoa. Yetimus, the Yeti Lord. That's an elite, not a rare elite. That's not the guy we need. The last one we need is Lopex. Last chance. He's a fox. That's cute. And he is found up in Durnhold Keep. That's our last option for just a few XP. And then we're gonna have to go hearth our way back to Orgrimmar. Turn off Chromie time. I mean, not hearth our way. Port our way back to Orgrimmar. Go to Chromie time. See Taracula. He's an elite. There's our fox. So we did see him. What did the fox say? Yip. Hi, Lopex. What's up, buddy? Agile focus. Love it. Alright. You know what? At some point we will I think you can get like a guild cloak that will take you automatically to Orgrimmar. So then we could keep our Hearthstone set wherever we want, and then you... Now, I think it... I'm going to tell you this. I know that there are... On my main character, I have 3 different ways to Hearth. And also, if you're part of a guild, I think you can get a reduced cooldown where Hearthstones can be either every 15 or every 20. Can't remember. So then you get that going. You can have... I know what my other one is. You can have a cloak that takes you to the capital city, and it has a 1-hour cooldown. And then you can also have a garrison Hearthstone, and then there are portals in your garrison that can take you to capital. Alright, here we go. Back to Orgrimmar to turn off Chromie Time. So now we're going to see, with Chromie Time turned off, with a 10 level gap, can I freaking beat Booty Bay Bruisers? That would be cool, wouldn't it, guys? Which would mean that tomorrow we could then focus on one-shotting. I don't know. We're gonna find out right now. Alright, and if not, tomorrow we're gonna be working on questing in the Barrens and exploring rares in the Barrens.
I always have time for you. It's so nice
If this is a fail. So if this is a fail... And we still can't handle 10 levels below us, Booty Bay Bruisers. Even though we're level 40. We'll just keep on. Now, the thing that makes me question it is that my item level is such butt cheeks. We're not 10 levels above them when it comes to item level. So if there's no trivialization, then it will be a while. Still. And we'll just... Oops, nope. We'll just keep on keeping on. Alright, so now at 10 levels below us. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Ridiculous. Okay, well, you know what? Oh, he got me right there. So, that time, there was he definitely struggled at times to hit me, but when he did hit me, the damage is through the roof. He's still doing whatever. Now, my stamina is still not increasing very much. So when he hits me, gosh forsake it. Alright, we just keep on keeping on, guys. I think it's that item level. I think our item level, first of all, we need a necklace. So hopefully when we go to, that's just too far. That's too much. That's too much, man. Alright, let's go back to... back to this. Gotta turn Chromie Time back on. Alright, so that's it. So that means tomorrow we're gonna go through Northern and Southern Barrens. And maybe because we'll actually be questing, we'll get some relevant gear. Should level up a little bit faster. I don't know how many of these level quests we've actually done. We might have done a lot with her already. That's the case, that's the case. But that's our next area, is Northern and Southern Barrens. I'm pretty sure she already did Turn of the Ring. No. Burn it. This should be taking us back to work. So we're gonna let this ride. We could run Nomergon once for fun. We could actually, we don't even have to run it. We could leave ourselves out of Chromie Time and stealth our way in there. And I bet you it would be easier to freaking kill, to leave ourselves out of Chromie time and go get back west. I bet you it freaking would. Lame. Alright, so back to Chromie time we go. I just glitched myself out, crashed the game. Alright, well, we'll switch to Chromie time when we come back. Thank you everybody so much for watching, listening, tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe. 5x5.